If you have found yourself listening to this transmission right now, understand that the mechanics of your reality have already shifted. This moment is not a product of random chance, nor is it a simple result of a digital algorithm suggesting content to you. What is happening here is synchronicity operating at a quantum level, a level of intricate orchestration that the vast majority of the population never perceives. There is a specific design unfolding across the energetic grid of this planet, an ancient and advanced architecture of consciousness, often referred to as the Arcturian Design. The simple fact that you are present here, engaging with these words, signifies that you have crossed a vibrational threshold that very few human beings ever manage to reach in a single lifetime. What we are about to explore is not merely a theoretical concept or a philosophical speculation. This is a disclosure of energy. For a very long time, this intelligence has held its blueprints close, operating in the shadows of human awareness. But tonight, the veil is being lifted. You were meant to witness this unveiling. Your presence in this precise moment is not accidental. It is the result of a profound energetic alignment. You were not supposed to encounter this frequency a month ago or even a year ago. If you had, it would have passed through you without recognition. You are hearing this now because the specific frequency you carry in your biofield has finally reached the necessary resonance where this design can actively involve you. For months, perhaps even years, invisible hands have been orchestrating the events of your life, subtly recalibrating your energy field and preparing your nervous system for this exact revelation. If your awareness feels unusually sharp, or if you feel a strange, resonant vibration in the center of your chest responding to these concepts, it is because your energetic field already recognizes what your logical mind is only just beginning to process. This intelligence does not reveal its grand design during the early stages of a spiritual awakening. It does not reveal the blueprint during the initial activation of your chakras. It does not even reveal it during the chaotic phases of timeline reconstruction. This design is revealed only when a consciousness has stabilized sufficiently to participate in the monumental task that follows. You have reached that pivotal point of stability. You have sensed it building in the background of your life, have you not? There has been an acceleration of meaningful coincidences, an intensification of your inner knowing, and a persistent, unshakable feeling that your reality is organizing itself around something much larger than your personal desires. You have felt the presence of a silent intelligence moving through your days. You are not imagining this. You are perceiving the quantum architecture of your new reality. For a significant period, your energy system has been undergoing a massive transformation, opening, reconfiguring, and aligning with geometric patterns that transcend ordinary human development. None of this happened by chance. Every single shift, every sudden ending, every confusing beginning was intentional. Every moment of awakening was engineered. Every release of old energy was strategic. It was all a rigorous preparation for what is being revealed to you in this moment. This is not a design for the collective unconscious. This is not a general plan for humanity at large. This is a design that directly involves your unique frequency, your specific consciousness, and your individual role in the emerging world. You are discovering your unique position in the architecture they are constructing. This marks your entry into the next evolutionary phase. You are no longer being guided from a distance like a novice. You are being positioned with absolute precision. Tonight, you will begin to understand why there was a wait, why this specific moment was chosen to show you the blueprint. You will grasp the true meaning behind your recent internal transformations and the purpose your upgraded consciousness serves in this vast scheme. We are pulling back the curtain on the hidden intelligence behind the synchronicities that have been surrounding you like a storm. You will understand why your energy field was detected and tracked far earlier than you realized. We will explore what you have actually been prepared for and the specific function you are destined to fulfill in the timeline that unfolds next. This is not just information to be consumed. This is not entertainment to pass the time. This is not content. This is a revelation of your cosmic purpose. If your body feels different right now, if your perception feels wider, if your intuition is speaking louder than usual, it is because your consciousness already knows the truth. You were always meant to receive this transmission. You were always meant to be involved in this work. The design has already begun moving through your life. Every grand design of this nature begins long before human awareness catches up to the phenomenon. It does not announce itself with dramatic signs in the sky or thunderous spiritual experiences. It does not begin with sudden, earth-shattering awakenings. It begins with something far more subtle, yet far more profound. It starts with a shift in the electromagnetic signature of your energy field. A recalibration so quiet, so precise, and so surgical that most people never consciously register that it has occurred, but your soul registered it. Your deeper consciousness recognized the signal immediately. There was a specific moment, likely in the recent past, when something fundamental inside you synchronized in a way it never had before. It was a moment when the fragmentation in your energy field began to cohere into a unified laser of focus. This was the moment when your awareness expanded just enough to allow a new level of contact. A moment when your destiny configuration became compatible with active participation in the quantum field. This was the moment you truly entered the design. This was the moment the intelligence began positioning you on the chessboard of reality. There are very real, tangible signs that you have already been moved into the initial phase of this architecture. First, you experienced an unexplained internal reorientation. It was not a thought, and it was not an emotion. It was a physical turning, as if the compass needle inside your consciousness suddenly locked onto a new magnetic north. This was not a random drift of interest. This was your field aligning with a trajectory that exists outside of ordinary human programming. You aligned with the frequency of the design. Second, you felt a dramatic, almost overwhelming increase in intuitive intensity. Your inner guidance stopped being a polite whisper and started demanding your attention. It became insistent, interrupting your daily thoughts, undeniable in its clarity. This type of intensification only occurs when your consciousness is being repositioned for a specific function. Your internal navigation system was being rerouted towards a destination your mind could not yet see, but your heart could feel. Third, you began sensing an intelligent presence organizing the space around your awareness. This was not a feeling of being observed from the outside, but a sensation of being positioned from within the field itself. It felt as if something far more sophisticated than random chance was arranging the elements of your reality. This presence is not separate from you. It is the resonance pattern of the higher field, interfacing directly with your own. Fourth, your emotional patterns shifted abruptly or dissolved entirely. Cycles of reaction and trauma you carried for years either broke open completely or simply vanished into thin air. This did not happen because you processed them through traditional linear healing methods, but because they became energetically incompatible with the frequency you are being prepared to embody. The design removed what your new trajectory could no longer sustain. Fifth, synchronicities stopped being merely decorative or amusing coincidences. They became navigational tools. They did not show up randomly to reassure you. They appeared in precise sequences, guiding you, correcting your course, pointing you towards specific next steps. This is how the higher intelligence initiates the first stage of direct involvement. It speaks through the architecture of reality itself. Sixth, you felt an unexplainable magnetic pull towards something you could not yet name. A sense that invisible machinery was operating behind the surface of your life. A feeling that the timing of everything was shifting. A quiet recognition that the universe was reorganizing itself around whatever comes next for you. This is not a fantasy of the ego. This is recruitment at the level of consciousness. Seventh, Parts of your awareness began accelerating faster than your rational mind could integrate. You noticed sharper perception, a heightened sensitivity to the energy of rooms and people, deeper access to stillness, and an expanded intuitive range. You achieved a level of emotional transparency and increased presence that felt effortless. Your consciousness was acclimating to a higher operational frequency. This means only one thing. You have crossed the vibrational threshold where this intelligence can finally involve you in the real work. You did not accidentally stumble into this design. You aligned into it. Your field reached a specific frequency signature that made you visible to the higher architecture. Now you are no longer being passively observed. You are being actively integrated into something far larger than your individual journey of awakening. This chapter of your existence is not about spiritual growth in the selfish sense. It is about assignment. It is about function. The forces at play are already repositioning your consciousness for what comes next. Take a moment right now to pause. Feel the gravity of this realization. When a consciousness is brought into this design, it is never announced through visions or channeled messages or dramatic encounters. It happens silently through pattern shifts, through timeline corrections that the rational mind cannot explain, but the soul immediately understands. If you are still here, the pull has already begun. You are already inside the gravitational field of what is being built. There are unmistakable indicators that you are being actively drawn into the next phase of this architecture. You feel guided through pathways that defy logical explanation. Sudden impulses that prove to be correct. Unexplainable clarity about decisions that seem risky to the logical mind. Intuitive course corrections that arrive without reasoning. You have a sense that you need to move in a certain direction. A feeling that bypasses thought entirely. This is not randomness. This is orchestration. Your intuition has become the primary interface through which the design moves you through reality. Your external life has begun rearranging itself without your conscious participation. Opportunities are shifting position. People are entering your field while others are exiting. Plans are dissolving and doors are opening in places where solid walls previously existed. This is what happens when a higher organizational structure begins to override your old timeline programming. You are not losing control of your life. You are entering a different kind of order, one that operates from your destiny rather than your history. You feel observed, but the observation is coming from inside your own awareness. It is an internal presence, a larger version of yourself rising behind your everyday consciousness. This is the witness layer that activates in those who are stepping into functional roles within the design. You feel it because you are becoming it. Your identity is expanding beyond its previous boundaries. Your emotional releases feel purposeful rather than chaotic. It is as if something inside you knows exactly what needs to leave your field before you can move into the next configuration. You are not breaking down, you are being cleared out. Space is being created for new frequencies that your old emotional structure could not hold. Synchronicities are no longer playful confirmations. They are directional coordinates. The numbers, the messages, the timing patterns. They are not appearing to comfort you. They are appearing to redirect you. Every synchronicity is a signal, a turn instruction, a course correction. The design is mapping itself around you, and these are the markers showing you where to move next. You feel a subtle but unmistakable acceleration in your life. This is not stress, and it is not urgency. It is pure acceleration. Time seems to move differently. Opportunities appear faster. Emotional integrations happen deeper. Intuitive downloads arrive quicker. Acceleration is always the signature of this level of involvement. When the design engages with a consciousness, the rate of transformation increases exponentially. You sense a role crystallizing inside you. You do not know what to call it yet. You do not know its exact shape, but you can feel it forming. a quiet knowing that says you are being prepared for something specific. That feeling is not imagination. It is recognition. Your soul perceives the frequency of your next stage before your mind has the language to describe it. You are experiencing moments of profound, sudden stillness. It is as if reality pauses. Time softens. Your awareness expands into something larger. These pauses are not empty space. They are alignment points, moments when your field synchronizes with the next phase of the design. These are the moments when recalibration happens at the deepest levels of your being. You feel magnetically drawn towards certain information and repelled from other information. This is frequency selection. Your mind is not choosing. Your consciousness is. The intelligence is filtering what reaches your awareness so that only what aligns with your specific function can enter your field. What you are attracted to now is not random. It is resonant with your role. You feel something approaching, and it does not feel external to you. You can sense it shifting inside your very identity, inside your intuition, inside your sense of purpose. This is not fear. This is proximity. The design is getting closer to full activation, and your consciousness can feel the vibration of it coming. You are not drifting randomly into this plan. You are being pulled into it with absolute precision. Your life is not moving chaotically. Your emotions are not shifting without purpose. Your intuition is not speaking by accident. Something intelligent, something vast, something operating across dimensions is arranging your path. And you are responding because your frequency matches what is being built. This is not hope. This is an acknowledgement of what already is. This intelligence never reveals the design to a consciousness that is not ready to participate in it. They do not withhold the design out of secrecy. They withhold it as a form of protection. Because until your field reaches a certain threshold of stability, coherence, emotional maturity, and energetic integrity, you cannot hold the frequency required to understand what comes next. That is why so much inside you had to transform first. That is why the preparation had to come before the revelation. Before you could be pulled into the design, there was a need to restructure certain aspects of your consciousness. They recalibrated you long before you understood you were being prepared. They rewired your emotional regulation capacity. You may have noticed decreased reactivity, faster recovery from disturbance, deeper access to stillness, and sudden emotional transparency. This was not traditional healing. This was biofield engineering. They strengthened your emotional body so you could hold the intensity of what is about to be revealed without collapsing under the weight of the energy. They expanded your intuitive reception capacity. Your inner knowing used to feel subtle and quiet. Now it feels loud, demanding, and impossible to ignore. That was not just a spiritual awakening. That was an upgrade to your consciousness infrastructure. They opened new intuitive channels so you could receive multi-dimensional guidance without confusion or overwhelm. You are being trained to perceive reality through entirely different mechanisms. They dissolved identity structures that would have interfered with your function. You were not losing yourself. You were shedding versions of yourself that were not strong enough to carry the weight of what comes next. The doubts, the fears, the attachments to old stories, the self-limiting narratives, they had to go. A new role requires a new identity architecture. Your sense of who you are had to become flexible enough to expand. They collapsed timelines that would have delayed your development. This is why certain relationships ended without clear explanation. Why certain plans fell apart. Why certain paths suddenly felt wrong. You didn't fail. You were redirected. They eliminated probability lines that would have weakened your capacity to fulfill your function. They restored the part of your consciousness that can perceive subtle frequencies, those moments of inner stillness, silent knowing, sudden calm, expanded perception. Those were not coincidences. Your system was being tuned like a fine instrument to resonate with the higher field. They needed you to be able to hear the signal without words, to receive instruction through resonance rather than language. They recalibrated your destiny perception mechanisms. This is the function inside your energy field that allows you to sense inevitability, alignment, timing, purpose, and direction. They made this system active again so you could feel when something important is approaching. That sensation that something is coming was not anxiety. It was calibration. It was your field learning to sense the approach of your next phase. They increased your sensitivity to the presence of your future self. The version of you who already participates in the design is moving closer to your present awareness. You may have noticed guidance emerging from inside you. Sudden inner authority, clarity that doesn't come from thinking. Decisions made through knowing rather than analysis. This is the interface of your future self coming online. This is one of the most sophisticated aspects of their preparation. They stabilized your base frequency so you can receive higher order instruction. This is why you feel simultaneously grounded and expanded, calm and aware, present and connected, lighter and deeper. The design is never revealed to an unstable field. You became stable enough to hold what is next without fragmenting. Nothing that transformed inside you was random. Every change was strategic preparation. They were not simply healing you or awakening you. They were positioning you. They were restructuring your emotional body, your identity architecture, your intuitive systems, your destiny perception, and your internal coherence, so that when the design was finally revealed, you would be able to stand inside it without collapsing under its frequency. You are now aligned with the resonance required for your function. While you were busy navigating the surface of your daily existence, managing your emotions, and trying to make sense of a changing world, a profound operation was taking place in the silence behind the noise. The intelligence we speak of does not move with reckless abandon. It does not act on impulse, nor does it interfere with the delicate fabric of human consciousness without a crystal-clear objective. Every single shift you have felt in your body, every strange synchronicity that stopped you in your tracks, every moment of unexpected, piercing clarity, all of it was part of a master plan unfolding quietly in the invisible background of your reality. While you were in the throes of awakening, integrating new concepts, releasing old traumas, and trying to realign your life, they were working silently. They were operating with surgical precision, executing a strategic recalibration of your entire existence. We must pull back the layers of your history to understand the hidden architecture they were constructing before they ever signaled their presence to you. This was a covert operation of the highest order. First, and perhaps most importantly, they have been scanning the timeline of your life, not to judge your actions or critique your choices, but to locate specific stability nodes. They were searching for the precise moments when your energy field became strong enough, durable enough to carry their guidance without shattering. They needed to ensure that your frequency would not fragment under the sheer weight of higher dimensional instruction. Your stability was the signal they were waiting for. Your internal coherence was the key that unlocked the gateway to contact. They were not looking for perfection. They were looking for a structure that could hold the charge. Simultaneously, they have been synchronizing events in your external reality with a level of complexity that the human mind struggles to comprehend. Consider the timing of your life. Every perfect intersection, every symbolic encounter with a stranger, every moment of clarity that seemed to descend from the sky out of nowhere. This was not chance. This was orchestration. They were actively adjusting probability variables in the quantum field, collapsing timeline branches that led to dead ends, and redirecting your pathways to ensure your trajectory remained locked onto your true function. Nothing that seemed coincidental was actually a coincidence. It was the result of a higher physics being applied to your daily walk. Think about the people who have drifted in and out of your life recently. This is the third layer of their hidden work. They have been aggressively adjusting your relational field. Some individuals were removed from your orbit, perhaps painfully. Others were brought closer with magnetic intensity. Some revealed their true, perhaps shadow nature, while others returned from your past unexpectedly. This reshuffling was never about personal drama or social dynamics. It was about resonance engineering. Your specific function in this new design requires a very precise, energetic environment. It demands a specific frequency field and a curated circle of consciousness to support it. They were shaping your surroundings, pruning the garden of your relationships to match the rigorous requirements of your next evolutionary stage. Fourth, they have been collapsing probability lines that no longer matched your potential. You know these moments. They are the times when parts of your life felt like they were crumbling into dust. Plans fell apart, jobs ended, opportunities vanished. At the time, it felt like a collapse. It felt like failure, but it was not collapse. It was extraction. They were surgically removing timeline branches that would have interfered with your participation in this design. They did not abandon you in those dark moments of confusion. They were aggressively rerouting you, steering you away from mediocrity and towards the path of your highest function. Fifth, they have been activating dormant memory structures deep within the cavern of your consciousness. You have felt this as sudden flashes of déjà vu, moments of recognition without any logical context, or a deep inner knowing that bypasses your life experience entirely. These were not random glitches in the matrix. These were memory signals, time-released capsules of information being unlocked in your awareness, so you could recognize the frequency signature of what is approaching. Memory is the compass for the phase you are entering. Your soul remembers the blueprint that your mind is only just beginning to read. Sixth, they have been strengthening the invisible bridge between your present self and your future self. This connection is absolute and essential to the design. Your future self is not a theoretical concept. It is an active participant in what is being built. To facilitate this connection, they have been amplifying your intuition, sharpening your perception, raising your emotional intelligence, and deepening your sense of inevitability. You are being hardwired to the version of you that already knows the way forward. This is how guidance operates at the highest levels, not from an external deity, but from your own evolved consciousness, reaching back to pull you forward. Seventh, they have been calibrating your energy field to withstand higher frequency instruction. You have felt this preparation as sudden onsets of stillness, expanded awareness, emotional neutrality, and a newfound inner authority. These were not random improvements in your personality. These were specific, technical upgrades required for the next stage of your involvement. Your consciousness had to become capable of holding frequencies it physically could not hold before. You were being tuned, tightened, and polished. Eighth, they have been preparing the larger environmental field for what comes next. The timing of global events, the waves of collective awakening, the shifts in mass consciousness, everything is synchronizing because your function is not isolated in a vacuum. It is part of a massive, interconnected movement. Your field needed to be aligned with the exact phase humanity is entering. You are being positioned within a collective shift, a gear in a much larger machine. Nothing in your life has been accidental. Everything, down to the smallest detail, has been preparation. The intelligence has not been watching you passively from the stars. They have been actively arranging the furniture of your reality so you can stand in the exact position you were always meant to occupy. The hidden work is now largely complete. They would not reveal the design to you if the foundation was not solid, and now the foundation is rock solid. Now you are ready. What we are exploring here barely scratches the surface of how these frequencies actually operate through the mechanism of your consciousness. The architecture is vast, and your place in it is secure. You have been positioned long before you realized anything was happening. This is not a matter of belief. This is a matter of perception. You are perceiving the work that has already been done. It is crucial to understand that this intelligence does not involve every awakened consciousness in their active design. There are many who are guided, many who are supported, and many who are gently moved along their spiritual path. But only a few are positioned for direct, active participation. Only a few reach the specific frequency density where their consciousness becomes structurally meaningful to the larger architecture. If you are still engaging with this transmission, it is because you are one of them. You have been selected. But why? What specific qualities made you visible to the scan? First, your frequency crossed a threshold that the vast majority of human consciousnesses never reach. This did not happen because you meditated for more hours than everyone else, or because you were more spiritual, or because you followed a stricter set of rules. It happened because your field stabilized in a way that created true coherence. Coherence is the golden key. It is the signal that the Arcturian intelligence responds to. Most human energy fields fluctuate wildly, chaotic and scattered, unable to hold a stable contact link. Most consciousnesses are too fragmented to receive clear, direct instruction. You achieved something rare. You became coherent. You became a clear signal in a world of noise. Second, your emotional body can now withstand higher vibrational intensity. The version of you that existed years ago would have shattered under the pressure of this phase. But you have learned to regulate emotion without suppressing it. You have learned to release density quickly without re-traumatizing yourself. You have learned to remain clear in the midst of chaos. You can feel deeply without drowning in the waters of your own sentiment. This level of emotional maturity is one of the rarest indicators of readiness. Only a stable emotional field can hold a higher design without distorting the signal. Third, your intuition became strong enough to function as a reliable navigation system. It is no longer vague, symbolic, or subtle. It is direct, instant, and accurate. The intelligence cannot guide someone who cannot hear their own internal voice. Your intuition is no longer a whisper you have to strain to hear in a quiet room. It is a clear channel you can rely on in the heat of the moment. This is why you qualify for direct involvement. You have a working receiver. Fourth, your identity loosened enough to allow for rapid evolution. You released old versions of yourself, outdated narratives, inherited belief systems, and survival-based identities. You let go of timelines that did not originate from your own soul. This shedding process made you flexible enough to embody a higher function without resisting it. Rigidity blocks destiny. Rigidity breaks under pressure. But you softened. You became malleable, fluid, and adaptable. That made you ready. Fifth, your past no longer controls your future trajectory. You broke cycles that had run through your bloodline for generations. You dissolved patterns that seemed written in stone. You closed emotional loops that had been open for decades. You ended contracts that no longer served your highest good. You stepped out of karmic repetitions that keep most people trapped in a loop of history. Most humans live entirely inside their past, recreating it day after day. You stepped out of yours. This is a monumental achievement that signals readiness for higher involvement. You are free to move. Sixth, your perception expanded beyond the standard human range. You now feel intention before it becomes action. You feel resonance before it becomes a relationship. You perceive the emotional truth beneath the surface presentation of others. You sense timeline movement before manifestation occurs. You feel the subtle presence in empty space and the energetic shifts in your environment. This expanded sensitivity is required to participate in higher dimensional work. You cannot assist with what you cannot perceive, but you perceive more now. You feel more. You understand more. Your sensor array has been upgraded. Seventh, you became responsive to guidance without needing physical proof. Some people resist signs until they are hit by a truck. Some ignore intuition until their life falls apart. Some collapse into confusion when their reality shifts. You didn't. You responded. You moved when you felt the pull. You aligned when you sensed the resonance. You followed the golden thread, even when it made no logical sense to your analytical mind. Responsiveness is one of the clearest markers of a consciousness chosen for direct involvement. You act on the signal. Eighth, your future self is already active in your present field. This is the deepest reason of all, your higher timeline connection. The version of you who already participates in the design has already begun merging with your current awareness. This is why you feel ahead of yourself. This is why you feel guided from within. This is why you feel pulled towards something larger, strangely prepared for challenges that haven't even happened yet. You feel emotionally stronger than your personal history suggests you should be. You feel intuitively clearer than your life experience explains. Your future self is already influencing your present. Only those with an active future self bridge are brought into direct participation. You were not chosen randomly. There was no lottery. You became aligned. You became ready. You became visible to their architecture. Your frequency signaled readiness. Your emotional body signaled stability. Your intuition signaled receptivity. Your timeline signaled compatibility. Your future self signaled activation. And the intelligence responded? They are involving you now because you have reached the moment your soul has been moving toward across lifetimes. Most people imagine this design as something external, a global event, a cosmic intervention, a revelation in the sky, or a message broadcast to humanity on the news. But the design has never been external. It has always been energetic, subtle, internal, and transformational. To change a world, you do not start by changing the structures. You change the frequency of the consciousnesses operating within those structures. This intelligence does not work through force or coercion. It works through resonance, and the core of the design is far more sophisticated than anything the rational mind expects. The truth is this: the design is to elevate human consciousness by upgrading the specific individuals whose frequency can hold the next stage of evolution. It does not start with humanity as a whole. That is too broad, too heavy. It starts with specific consciousnesses who have reached a threshold. It starts with you. First, they are creating stable nodes of higher frequency across the planet. You are one of these nodes. These nodes function as anchors of stability, emitters of coherence, and energetic regulators for the surrounding field. You are a consciousness amplifier. When a human becomes a node, they influence the field around them simply by existing in a coherent state. This is why your inner world has become stronger. You are being calibrated to hold a frequency that affects others without you having to say a word. Second, they are reconstructing the human emotional system to support higher intelligence. Humans cannot rise in consciousness while drowning in unprocessed emotion. So, the design guides you toward emotional neutrality, clarity, responsiveness, and discernment. This is not to heal you in the traditional sense of fixing a broken person, but to prepare your system to operate in higher states of awareness without destabilizing. This is biofield architecture, not therapy. Third, they are restoring intuitive communication pathways that have been dormant in humanity for generations. The future of human evolution is not technological advancement. That is a distraction. The future is intuitive expansion, the ability to sense truth directly, to feel resonance accurately, to perceive energy clearly, and to read timelines before they manifest. This is the new technology. This is part of the design. They reopen these pathways in those who have reached sufficient coherence. Fourth, they are bridging humans with their future selves. This is one of the most profound layers of the plan. Your future self, the version of you who already operates in higher consciousness, is meant to become your primary guide, your compass, and your stabilizer. They are strengthening this bridge because it is essential for the next phase. When your future self can influence your present, you stop making decisions from your history and start making them from your destiny. Fifth, they are dissolving the old human identity structure, the identity built on survival programming, fear-based decision-making, limitation beliefs, self-doubt patterns, and fragmentation. This identity cannot participate in higher evolution. It is too dense. So they gently remove what no longer belongs. That is why you have been shedding so many layers of yourself. It was not personal collapse, it was structural replacement. Your old identity architecture is being dismantled so a new crystalline one can emerge. Sixth, they are preparing a group of aligned humans to hold the next wave of collective awakening. You are not being prepared to preach or to save anyone. You are being prepared to stabilize the field for those who awaken after you. Your consciousness is becoming a reference point, a lighthouse, a vibrational signal that supports others without you doing anything. This is part of the design. When enough stable nodes exist, the collective field can hold higher frequencies without destabilizing into chaos. Seventh, they are revealing the structure behind destiny itself. Your destiny is not a matter of personal preference or egoic desire. It is strategic positioning. Your destiny is designed to intersect with specific timelines, people, and events that amplify coherence across the larger field. When your destiny was rewritten, it wasn't only for your evolution. It was for the benefit of the field itself. You are part of something larger than your individual awakening. Your role affects the whole. Eighth, they are preparing you to operate in multi-dimensional awareness. This is the most advanced part of the design. You are being trained to hold multiple perspectives simultaneously, to feel timelines before they solidify, to navigate by resonance instead of logic, to receive non-linear insight, to merge with higher layers of your own consciousness. This ability is not rare because it is special. It is rare because it has been dormant, and now it is being reactivated in those who are ready. The design is not about changing the world through action. It is about changing the frequency of the consciousnesses who will shape the world through their presence. It begins with the humans who can hold the consciousness humanity will eventually need. You are one of them. This is why you awakened when you did. This is why you were upgraded. This is why your destiny was rewritten. This is why your timeline shifted. You are not being chosen for a role you will play someday. You are being positioned as part of the architecture of a new frequency on Earth right now. A grand design, no matter how cosmic or sophisticated, means absolutely nothing if the consciousness receiving it does not understand its specific function within the machine. And make no mistake, you have a function. This is not a vague spiritual sentiment. You have a specific, vibrational, and operational function that your soul has been rehearsing for across the span of multiple lifetimes. You are not here to simply observe the shift. You are here to facilitate it. You are a component in the engine of evolution. Let us dismantle the illusion that you are just a person living a normal life. You are a frequency stabilizer. This is your primary designation. Your consciousness has matured into a state of coherence that is rare on this planet. When you enter a chaotic environment, a stressed family gathering, a frantic workplace, a crowded city street, your presence creates a ripple of order. Your emotions no longer destabilize your trajectory, and because of this internal command, you influence the electromagnetic field around you. You are a node, a living point of resonance that elevates the environment simply by occupying space within it. This is why your presence feels different to people now. They sense the stability radiating from your biofield, even when you remain completely silent. You are an anchor in the storm. Second, you are a carrier of upgraded consciousness technology. Your intuitive system is no longer in the developmental beta phase. It is fully operational. You sense truth instantly, Bypassing the clumsy filters of logic, you read energy effortlessly, decoding the intentions of others before they speak a word. You navigate reality through resonance rather than analysis. This expanded perception is not a quirk of your personality. It is the standard operating system of the new human architecture. You embody the very consciousness that this intelligence is seeking to anchor across the planetary grid. You are a living, breathing demonstration of what becomes possible when a human mind synchronizes with a higher order. Third, you are a transmitter of alignment. This is perhaps the most subtle yet powerful aspect of your role. When your energy aligns with the design, the people around you begin to align as well, without any conscious effort on your part or theirs. You do not have to speak to them about spirituality. You do not have to teach them lessons. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. Your field radiates coherence simply because you are existing in a coherent state. This is one of the core mechanics of the design. Alignment spreads through resonance, not through information. You are the virus of clarity in a world of confusion. Fourth, you are a catalyst for timeline correction. Have you noticed that people who come into contact with you lately often experience sudden clarity, unexpected emotional releases, or rapid life changes? This is not accidental. Your upgraded timeline activates dormant potential in theirs. You accelerate the evolution of everyone you touch, without trying to fix them. Your presence alone shifts the realm of possibility for them. You act as a mirror that reflects their highest potential back to them, forcing their old patterns to surface and dissolve. You are a walking catalyst for breakthrough. Fifth, you are a bridge between dimensional states. Your awareness has developed the capacity to hold paradox. You can hold intuition and logic simultaneously. You can exist in deep presence while planning for the future. You can feel intense emotion while maintaining a stance of neutrality. You can see the human perspective and the higher perspective at the same time. This multi-dimensional coherence is extremely rare in the human population, and it is absolutely essential for the next phase of the design. You stand in the gap between worlds, translating high-frequency resonance into physical form. You make the invisible visible through your actions and your being. Sixth, you are a receiver of future intelligence. Your future self, the version of you who already successfully participates in this design, is now close enough to influence your choices in real time. This connection provides you with direction, clarity, and a sense of destiny that is unshakable. This bridge makes you a conduit for non-linear insight. You perceive things ahead of time because you are being guided by a self that already exists in that future. This is not just intuition. This is future memory. You are remembering the path forward because a part of you has already walked it. Seventh, you are an anchor point for the new frequency on Earth. Every era of evolution requires anchor points, consciousnesses that can sustain a stable frequency of higher awareness, regardless of the external conditions. The world can be falling apart, the news can be terrifying, the collective can be in panic, but you remain steady. Your field has become strong enough to hold a vibration that supports the collective shift, acting as a pillar that holds the roof up while the renovations are being done. This is not a burden or a responsibility you must carry with effort. It is an inevitability of what you have become. You were built for this. Eighth, and finally, you are an integral part of the architecture itself. You are not a follower of this movement. You are not an observer looking in from the outside. You are a component. Your awakening, your stability, your intuition, your destiny rewrite. All of it was engineered to position you as a key node in the frequency grid that is being constructed. You are not here to watch the design unfold on a screen. You are part of the living mechanism that makes it possible. Your function is not something you do, it is someone you are. It is someone you have already become. This brings us to the question of timing. Why now? Why is this revelation happening in this specific moment of your life? The intelligence behind this design does not reveal anything prematurely. They do not move according to human urgency, anxiety, or impatience. They move according to cosmic timing, according to harmonic alignment, and according to frequency synchronization. If you are hearing the details of this design now, it means the timing has aligned on multiple levels simultaneously. Your personal field, your destiny timeline, and the collective frequency of the planet. Here is why this precise moment, not yesterday, not last year, not a decade ago, is the point of convergence. First, your internal frequency has finally reached true stability. Most human consciousnesses fluctuate too wildly, swinging from hope to despair, from focus to distraction, unable to hold a steady signal. But you stabilized. You anchored your energy. You matured emotionally. You strengthened the muscle of your intuition. You stopped collapsing under your own fear patterns. Only a stable field can receive a design of this magnitude without fragmenting into psychosis or ego inflation. You are solid enough to hold the truth. Second, your destiny timeline is now fully aligned with your function. Before this moment, you were still in the process of dissolving layers of your old identity structure. You were still shedding the skin of who you were told to be. Now, your rewritten destiny has anchored into your present awareness. You are no longer drifting through life without a compass. You are no longer searching for meaning outside of yourself. You are no longer tangled in the dead branches of past timelines. You stand on the solid ground of the frequency required for direct involvement. Third, the collective field has reached a critical threshold. The planet itself is shifting faster than in any previous era of recorded history. There are more awakenings per capita right now than ever before. There is more energetic sensitivity, more emotional breakdown signaling transformation, more intuitive openings, and more timeline collapses as old societal structures fail. The truth is rising to the surface of the collective psyche. The design is not just a personal project for you. It is part of a larger collective movement that humanity is now ready to experience. You are one of the stabilizers for this volatile phase. Fourth, your future self is finally active enough to influence your present. This is one of the most decisive factors in the timing of this revelation. You cannot participate in a multidimensional design from the limited perspective of your current identity alone. You need a guide who knows the terrain. Now, your future self, the one who already walks this path, is close enough to guide your decisions, sharpen your intuition, mature your emotional intelligence, and expand your perception. This bridge had to be activated and secured before you could understand your true function. Fifth, you have released enough density to become truly receptive. You cannot build a skyscraper on a foundation of quicksand. The intelligence cannot build a new design on top of fear programming, self-sabotage patterns, karmic loops, emotional chaos, and outdated narratives. You have done the work. You have released more than you consciously realize. You have purged the heavy energies that once weighed you down. Your system is finally clear enough to receive what comes next without distortion. Sixth, you are no longer controlled by your past conditioning. You have outgrown old behavioral patterns that kept you small. You have outgrown old relationship dynamics that drained you. You have outgrown old versions of yourself that sought validation. You have outgrown old timeline trajectories that led nowhere. Your past cannot interfere anymore because you have stepped out of its shadow. Your field is yours again. Your choices are yours again. Your destiny is yours again. This clarity is absolute and essential for participating in the design without interference. Seventh, you have reached the point where you can influence others through frequency alone. You no longer need to preach or convert. Your consciousness has become catalytic. People feel clearer around you. Others experience emotional shifts in your presence. Conversations change energy when you enter the circle. Your calm stabilizes chaotic environments. Your decisions create synchronicities for those around you. The design is revealed only to those whose field has become an instrument of transformation. You are one of them. Eighth, the cosmic timing has synchronized across multiple dimensions. Energetically, collectively, personally, karmically, intuitively, everything is aligning. You are standing at the convergence point of countless timeline streams that have been building toward this exact moment across years, lifetimes, and dimensional layers. The intelligence reveals the design now because everything inside you and everything around you is finally in harmonic alignment with it. You are not receiving this transmission by accident. You are not here by chance. You are receiving it because the moment has arrived. Your field is ready. Your destiny is active. Your intuition is online. Your past is dissolved. Your future is approaching. Your frequency is stable. Your function is prepared. This is why the design is being revealed now. Because you have finally become the version of yourself who can carry it without breaking. If you are still present in this energetic space, if you have remained locked into this transmission all the way to this precise second, then you already know the truth. You do not need a sign. You do not need external validation. You know, you have realized that you are no longer standing on the periphery, observing this design from the safety of the sidelines. You are no longer a spectator watching a cosmic event unfold on a screen. You are inside it. You have stepped through the membrane. You are now an active component of the architecture itself. You have crossed the threshold. Somewhere in the span of these moments we have shared, something fundamental shifted within the core of your being. You can feel it, can you not? It is a subtle widening behind your awareness, a vastness that wasn't there before. It is a profound, resonant calm that feels older than your physical body, a certainty rising from a depth inside you that your logical mind cannot define, explain, or categorize. This sensation is not the power of suggestion. It is not the result of persuasive language. This is resonance. This is the physics of recognition. Your energy field has recognized what your mind is only just beginning to comprehend. The click you feel in your chest is the sound of your destiny locking into place. You were prepared for this moment long before this specific lifetime began. Every single moment of spiritual awakening you have ever experienced was a training simulation for this. Every collapse of your life structures was a necessary clearing of debris. Every activation of your chakras was a calibration of your instruments. Every upgrade to your intuition was a positioning maneuver. Every synchronicity that stopped you in your tracks was a guidance beacon. All of it, the pain, the joy, the confusion, the clarity, was moving you relentlessly towards this exact point in time. This is not merely the end of a video or the conclusion of a lecture. This is the beginning of your true function. This is the activation point. The dormant code within your DNA has been triggered. Now you understand the scope of what has occurred. The intelligence behind this design, the Arcturian presence, was never just guiding you from a remote distance. They were not simply upgrading your consciousness for the sake of your personal happiness or spiritual curiosity. They were not rewriting your destiny merely to help you manifest a better job or a relationship. Those are side effects, not the goal. They were positioning you for this moment, for this specific phase, for this monumental design. You are being integrated into a living system that operates across dimensions, across timelines, and across the very fabric of reality itself. From today forward, the mechanics of your existence will operate differently. You have been plugged into a higher voltage. Your intuition will sharpen even further, becoming a precision instrument that cuts through illusion instantly. Your perception will deepen into ranges of the spectrum you have never accessed before. You will begin to see the architecture behind human behavior, the energy behind words, and the timelines behind choices. Your emotional field will stabilize faster after any disturbance. What used to take you weeks to process will now clear in minutes. Because you are no longer holding on to the density, your awareness will expand without effort or practice. You will find yourself dropping into deep states of meditative presence while walking down the street, while washing dishes, while driving your car. The veil between the worlds is thinning for everyone, but for you, it has become transparent. Your timeline will respond instantly to your internal state. When you shift your vibration, your physical reality will rearrange itself with startling speed. You are not a passive participant anymore. You are not just receiving guidance. You are generating reality. You are an active component in the architecture of what is being built across this planet. You are a generator. You are a stabilizer. You are a node in the grid. But hear this clearly, and let it sink into the deepest part of your knowing. You are not meant to navigate this level of consciousness activation in isolation. You were never meant to walk this ridge alone. Consider the intensity of what is happening. Your sensitivity is increasing daily. You feel the emotions of others, the shifts in the collective, the movements of the planet. Your destiny timeline is accelerating beyond the normal human pace, compressing decades of evolution into months. Your intuition is merging with your future self, creating a feedback loop of information that can be overwhelming to an unprepared nervous system. Your presence is influencing others around you, triggering their awakenings, catalyzing their shifts. Your field is being used as part of a larger energetic structure. This is high-voltage spiritual work. Your system needs support during this phase. Your function needs proper grounding. Your energy needs stabilization protocols. The frequencies you are now running are potent, and without a container, they can lead to burnout, fragmentation, or a sense of profound alienation from the rest of the world. You are operating at the bleeding edge of human evolution, and the air is thin up here. This is why the concept of a sangha, or a circle of resonance, exists. Not as a social club, not as a fan group, and not as a place to consume more endless content, but as a protected field, a biocircuitry of consciousness designed specifically for those who are stepping into exactly what you stepped into today. A field designed for the stabilizers, a field designed for the nodes. When you connect with others who are holding this specific frequency, something amplifies. The signal gets stronger. The noise of the chaotic world gets quieter. You stop thinking you are crazy and start realizing you are calibrated. You need a space where the advanced mechanics of this design are understood, where the language of energy is spoken fluently, and where you do not have to dim your light to make others comfortable. You are entering a phase where the work is no longer about healing your childhood wounds, though that may still happen. It is about mastering the physics of your own consciousness. It is about learning to hold the charge. It is about learning to direct the flow. It is about becoming the master of the frequency you emit. If something inside you awakened during this transmission, pay attention to it. If your chest warmed at certain moments, if a shiver ran down your spine, if tears came to your eyes without sadness, these are somatic markers. If your awareness expanded as these words landed, pushing the boundaries of what you thought was possible, if your intuition whispered a clear, undeniable yes in the silence of your mind, if you felt the presence of something vast, benevolent, and ancient drawing closer to you, wrapping you in a blanket of electric silence, then your field is ready. You are not just curious, you are compatible. You are not just interested, you are recruited. The shift has happened. The download is complete. The integration has begun. Your path is changing right now, in real time. The trajectory you were on 10 minutes ago is not the trajectory you are on now. Your identity is expanding beyond its previous boundaries, shattering the small box you used to live in. Your destiny is active and accelerating, fueled by the rocket fuel of your recognition. Your future self, the one who walks in mastery, the one who knows the design, is approaching closer to your present awareness, merging with you, guiding you. becoming you. The intelligence we speak of is closer than it has ever been. They are no longer just watching. They are working through you. They are working with you. You are the hands and feet of the design. You are the voice of the frequency. You are the anchor of the light. Welcome to the design. Welcome to your function. Welcome to what your soul has been preparing for across the vast expanse of lifetimes, across the dimensions of experience, across the intricate architecture of reality itself. You are no longer becoming ready. The time for preparation is over. You are ready. And the real work, the great work, begins right now. We have reached the point of convergence where understanding must transition into action. It is one thing to mentally comprehend the magnitude of the Arcturian design. It is an entirely different matter to embody it while navigating the density of the physical world. As you stand here, vibrating at this new threshold, you must recognize a critical operational truth. You are not meant to navigate this level of consciousness activation in a vacuum. You are not designed to hold this voltage in isolation. Consider the sheer intensity of what is unfolding within your biosystem. Your sensitivity is not just increasing, it is evolving into a new sensory organ. You are feeling the unexpressed emotions of strangers, the tectonic shifts in the collective psyche, and the movements of the planet itself. Your destiny timeline is accelerating beyond the normal human pace, compressing decades of evolutionary lessons into mere months. Your intuition is merging with your future self, creating a feedback loop of nonlinear information that can be overwhelming to a nervous system that is not properly reinforced. You are operating at the bleeding edge of human evolution, and the air is thin at this altitude. When you carry a frequency of this magnitude, the old world often fails to reflect it back to you. This creates a dissonance, a sense of profound alienation, where you feel like a transmitter broadcasting a signal that no one around you can decode. This isolation is the primary risk for the awakened. It is not that you are wrong, it is that you are unsupported. Your system needs a container, your function needs a ground. Your energy needs stabilization protocols. This is why we have established the member circle. This is not a community in the traditional social sense of the word. It is not a fan club. It is not a place to simply consume more content to entertain the mind. It is a biocircuitry of consciousness. It is a protected field, a sanctuary of coherence, designed specifically for those who are stepping into exactly what you have stepped into today. It is a field designed for the stabilizers. It is a grid designed for the nodes. Inside this protected space, we go beyond the theoretical. We access the deeper transmissions that cannot be broadcast on the open frequency of the public internet. These are the advanced alignment sessions specifically engineered to stabilize your field during periods of rapid evolutionary acceleration. We work with activation sequences that strengthen the neural and energetic pathways to your future self, clarifying your specific function so that you stop guessing and start knowing. We engage in timeline recalibration, providing you with the navigational tools to handle the shifts happening inside your consciousness and your external reality simultaneously. If something inside you awakened during this transmission, you must listen to that signal. If your chest warmed at certain moments, if a shiver of recognition ran down your spine, if tears came to your eyes without sadness, these are not random biological reactions. They are somatic markers. They are the physical evidence that your frequency is compatible with this work. If your awareness expanded as these words landed, pushing the boundaries of what you thought was possible, then you belong in this field. If your intuition whispered a clear, undeniable yes in the silence of your mind, do not ignore it. The link to join this protected space is located in the description below. This is your invitation to step out of the wilderness of isolation and into the powerhouse of connection. Click it and step into the environment created specifically for those who are entering their true function. Your path is changing right now. Your identity is expanding beyond its previous boundaries. Your destiny is active. The intelligence is closer than it has ever been, and now you have a place to anchor that connection. Before you disconnect from this stream, there is one final ritual of alignment we must perform. A design is not fully activated until it is acknowledged by the conscious mind. I want you to drop one single word in the comments below. Do not overthink this. Close your eyes for a second, take a breath, and let a word rise from the silence of your being. One word that captures the energy, the intention, or the transformation you are choosing as you step into this new phase. Is it trust? Is it power? Is it clarity? Is it service? Is it union? Whatever word surfaces, type it. Your word is your energetic signature to the quantum field. It is your declaration of readiness. It is a stake in the ground. By externalizing this internal shift, you are telling the universe that you are not just watching. You are claiming your position. You are collapsing the wave function of infinite possibility into a single, directed point of focus. And if this transmission resonated with you, if you feel the truth of it vibrating in your bones, then you have a role to play in the dissemination of this frequency. Subscribe to this channel. But do not subscribe merely to fill your feed with videos. Subscribe to stay connected to this specific resonance. Subscribe to stay coherent. Subscribe to stay aligned. The more of us who hold this awareness, the stronger the field becomes for everyone. We are building a grid of light, and every subscription is a new node coming online. If you are ready to expand your consciousness and step into your next quantum leap, subscribe now. Leave a comment below and share this message with someone ready to awaken. When you share quantum consciousness concepts like these, you are not just passing along a video link. You are creating an energetic ripple. You are acting as a catalyst for someone else's awakening. You are reinforcing your own alignment while potentially activating someone else's recognition of what is unfolding in their field. You become a bridge. You become a messenger. Now, understanding that you have been positioned within the design is one thing, but there is another layer to this reality that you must be made aware of. You have been detected. The intelligence we have spoken of today located you long before you found this video. Your field is currently being scanned at levels most people never realize exist. There is a specific energetic signature they look for, a specific geometric pattern in the aura that signals a human is ready for contact. The video appearing on your screen right now reveals exactly what happens when the intelligence locks onto your frequency signature. It explains what they are looking for in your consciousness, how the scanning process feels physically, and why this detection means you have crossed a threshold that most humans never reach in a dozen lifetimes. This is essential knowledge for anyone who has recognized themselves in what we have discussed today. Do not stop here. The scan is active. Click the video and let us explore the mechanics of your detection. I will see you there.